YouTube, what's up? Week 64 is officially complete, and look what showed up in the mail this week. My mankini. So these are going to be worn on stage in front of a lot of people, and that's it. So I guess I'm ready for beach season. However, in the southern hemisphere, South Africa is actually going into winter, but this brings me to a gigantic curveball that was thrown to me on Thursday. The event coordinator for my bodybuilding show called me, and I knew something was up, but they canceled the event 5 weeks from the show. Now, this same event coordinator has a different show on the Sunday in the same location. So Saturday, natural show, Sunday, not natural show. And apparently the non-natural show cannibalized all of the participants. I don't know if that's because no one wants to go through the polygraph or blood test to prove that they're natural, but ultimately there weren't enough competitors to make the show worthwhile. So the event coordinator, who I've heard is not all that professional, seemed to strike again and cancel a show 5 weeks out. The option that they gave me was either compete in the non-natural show, which is completely against what I'm trying to do, and I'd be up against just massive dudes that have been prepping for a long time, and they're just not natural. It's not even apples to oranges. They're the freaks, and we're the humanoids. But ultimately, they said I could either compete on the Sunday against enhanced athletes, or they're making the Johannesburg and the Cape Town show merge into one natural show in Durban in August. Unfortunately, my entire year was organized around having my show in May. After the show in May, I travel almost every month for the rest of the year. So I just don't have time to prep properly. So what my coach and I have decided is, despite the gigantic cost to fly stateside now, I'm going to go compete on the same weekend and not waste all of the prep we've been doing. So I'm flying stateside and will be competing at an NPC natural event in the US, which is okay. I'm not all that thrilled about the travel, the coordination to find a hotel, be able to get a place to prep food and get your body back in order. I have to arrive about a week before the show itself. So there's some hurdles that I did not want to have to jump, but life is what it is. So I'm going to fly in the Monday before the show, so that should give me 5 days to settle the water imbalance and get all my food and everything ready. I've got a hotel room that's got a little kitchen in it, so I can prep all the necessities there and basically not leave my room other than to hit a few training sessions and then go to the show. I guess I'm happier to compete against higher quality athletes and to be participating in an event that has history, and I know it's run by organizers that actually care about the athletes. For someone to pull the plug 5 weeks before a show, it's pretty diabolical. I know it happens, but I feel like cannibalizing your event with another event and not planning appropriately is pretty messed up for the athletes. So it is what it is. I will just avoid those coordinators going forward if we ever cross paths. But ultimately, the workouts and the diets for this week were spot on. I hit my personal best on incline bench and deadlifts this week. So despite being in a caloric deficit, my weight is plummeting. My strength is as good as it's ever been. So that's exactly what is supposed to happen to help retain the muscle. Being natural, I have to just do everything possible to make sure that muscle maintains while we shred the fat. But so far, we're doing a pretty good job. I'm still teetering around the 83 kilogram mark. But my coach just changed my diet yesterday. So going forward for the next at least couple weeks, the diet changes a little bit, the carbs come down, and the fats and proteins go up a bit. So this last bit of fat should start melting off soon. Yesterday I also shaved my legs and my arms and chest and everything for the first time. So I'm still kind of coming to terms with the fact that I shaved my own legs. I never thought that's something I would do, but hey, if you want to be a classic bodybuilder champion, you have to look the part. So I'm doing my best. That's really it for this week. I will crush week 65 and let you know how that goes. See you then.